Hello everyone, welcome to good old reliable Shakuris Plateau, where today we will be seeing a PvP matchup, and in this quite case, we have 4 probes that just don't feel like mining right now, and there they go. Anyway, let's introduce these players. The one, the only Flashtirade, the one who does not like his probes to work at the beginning of the game, because it just gives his opponent that sporting chance to get back into it, where he just can completely destroy you forever. Destroy everyone forever and his opponent. Playing cross position from him on Shakuris Plateau in the southwest corner of the map, we have Gregy. He is wearing blue and is also playing Protest, as I have mentioned that it is a mirror matchup on Shakuris Plateau, and we will see what happens with PvP. A lot of people do not enjoy PvP because they think it is a big old coin flip, and I think that after watching this replay you might think otherwise because the styles that they use are just so different. This might also be because they are not the top league. I believe these are gold leagues, maybe platinum. I'll have to check. I'll put the little badge up in this little corner right here and you will know what is going on. Meanwhile, we've got some probing going around with the probes. That's right. And we've got a gateway coming down to block this ramp, and I can only assume that a cybernetics core is going to go right to the northeast of it so that he can block it off with, just Zealot. I don't know how effective that's going to be against the Protoss, but I guess we'll find out as Flashtirade's probe just kind of waltzes right into there, right? Not even caring, and he just kind of goes nuts with it, and there you go. Not actually scouting anything quite yet. He sees nothing. He sees one gas, but there is another gas. Will he see the other gas? Will he see the other gas? We don't know. But in the meantime, Gregy has unfortunately stolen Flashtirade's second gas. So that's just, you hate to see that kind of thing. And Gregy's going to have a little bit of a probe count information, I think. Yeah, he'll be able to see a lot of the probes. See if he's chrono boosting out those probes, should he pay attention to such a thing, and he'll be able to see if he is chrono boosting out anything because he can see the energy on that nexus. Meanwhile, we'll see what has Flashtirade seen. Did he see the second gas? Yes, he did. He also saw that cybernetics core come down, so he's not going to block it. I'm sorry, excuse me. Hiccups for half a second there. And that assimilator's still just kind of chilling there in Flashtirade's base. Cybernetics core coming up, and 2 more gateways. So we've got a 3-gate coming up. Probably going to be a 3-gate robo kind of build. Pretty standard. That's not a 4-gate. Good thing PvP isn't 4-gate versus 4-gate quite so much anymore. What do we have for Gregy? He has 2 more gateways coming up. Does he have anything over here? No. Just 2 gateways. So 2 gateways and warp gate technology coming up for both of the competitors at pretty similar areas. I mean, you can see up here in the production tab, the only real difference is that, well, one, Gregy is getting a pylon, and instead of a Zealot, Gregy is getting a sentry, so he's going to have some pretty good defensive play, but it doesn't quite look like either of them is going for any kind of expansion. So it's going to be an early 3-gate robo, I would imagine, against an early 3-gate robo. So I guess never mind. Oh wait, no, there's a 4th gate coming up for Gregy. I'm not quite sure why it's so late, but that's just how it is, I guess. And we see a pylon coming down, another pylon. So just 3 gates for now. I believe Flashtirade is going to expand any second now, as he has the minerals for it. No, he actually puts down something else. He put down 2 stalkers. Alright, that's fine. Defense is good, but he's got so much minerals, I think he's trying to save up for an expansion. I mean, it's what it looks like from my point of view. And that warp gate technology, excuse me, is just about to finish being chrono boosted out, and we'll see what happens when that happens. Will he get more gateways, or will he go with a robo? He'll obviously transform all 3 of his gateways into warp gates, as you do when you have warp gate technology. There's no reason not to do that. And I think he's going to send out a little probe. A probing probe. And there's another one guarding that Zelnaga tower. And that's just going to Actually, he's going to have both Xel'Naga towers, so that's good. Any kind of attack that needs to circumvent the Xel'Naga watchtowers will take significantly longer to get to him, as he'll have to break down any kind of rocks, like down here, or anything quite like that. He brings his probe out to make sure he doesn't have a third, I think, or maybe just to put down that proxy pylon. But I don't know what quite is going on. Gregy's robotics facility just now coming down. And as I said before, Flashtirades, Nexus did go up, so he is going to try and expand off this. No expansion from Gregy. It doesn't look like he's trying to do that. It looks like he's trying to mass up a big timing push. Probably going to come out around the 10-11 minute mark. He's probably going to have Immortals to deal with any kind of Stalkers. And there's an Observer coming out, which will be very, very beneficial to him to get the high ground off this little ledge right here, as the ledge isn't exactly the widest of ledges. Probably up here too, if he gets that far. So we'll have to find out what happens, because here comes 2 more assimilators, so that's 4 gas for Flashtirade. I wonder what he's trying to go for. Still only with the 3 warp gates. I mean, yeah, it's really strange. It's really strange to just go straight 3 gate. Usually you want to get a robo or a 4 gate in there. Not too difficult to get to squeeze those in. And we'll see what happens with this. There's going to be force fields coming down, which will make it pretty easy for Gregy to defend this push. Not too much that Flashtirade can do about it, and he might pick off that. Oh, he picks off 2 sentries, I believe, and that's not quite enough that you want for the push. Maybe you take out another pylon, but all those zealots will go down, and he'll be forced to retreat. But that does supply block Gregy for just half a second. And out comes an Immortal to replace anything that he might have lost. And those Immortals, I don't know if you've noticed, but they're pretty good. Speaking of things being upgraded, Protoss has gotten an all-around buff today. And it was just so nice to see, because now Protoss don't have any complaints when they don't have upgrades in the late stages of the game. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they never got any upgrades. And it might be nice to see some shield upgrades. Admittedly, against Terran, which I am, it's really hard to get those upgrades against Terran because EMPs are just so good against Protoss. But fortunately for them, EMP got nerfed as well. So we've got an all-around upgrade buff for Protoss and an EMP nerf. Just straight nerf. It reduces the radius just a bit. Enough to be effectual in the mid-game, but late game, not going to make too much of a difference. Ghosts can still pretty much blanket any kind of area with EMPs. And it shouldn't be too bad for Terran. I mean, Terran should still be pretty good, but it will make it a little bit easier for Protoss to get those upgrade advantages, as they are just so good with them. We've got a big push coming out from Gregy, and as I said, around the 13, not the 13, I was looking at the middle of 11:30, which is very strange of me to do. But just around the 12-minute mark, we're going to have a push coming out. Yeah, there we go. Alright, out we go. Any probes for a proxy pylon? I don't see any probes. You might want to pull 1 or 2 so they can place a few. Oh, look, they're already up here. Oh, wow, there was already one there. Man, I don't know why I said that he should build 2 or 3, because 1 probe can build literally everything that it wants. But he's making a lot of pylons here. I'm not quite sure why. I guess he just want to make sure he's not supply blocked. I'm very strange, actually. I'm not quite sure what the logistics of that was. And we've got a proxy pylon coming down here for... I don't quite understand why there's a proxy pylon there, but it is not for me to question. And now we've got a huge force from Gregy, a great timing push from him. Going to be able to do so much damage against his opponent. 1 photon cannon kind of picking off that Stalker. Oh, he actually gets a few kills. He's got 3 kills so far. Big warping of Zealots going to try and take out these Stalkers and these Sentries and these Immortals, because Immortals only do about 20 damage to a Zealot. And they're actually doing so much damage. Oh my gosh, look at these guys cut through that force. No Zealots for Gregy, and those Zealots tank so much damage. We need to get Flashtirade to get some more Zealots out here. 4 more Zealots come out. Will he chrono boost the warp gates? He needs to chrono boost the warp gates to defend this attack. Still too much units for him to handle. Can he do it? Here's two more zealots over on the right side coming in, and they're just kind of standing there. Does Chrono boost the warp gates, and that should make it very easy for him to reimburse his army. Reimburse is not quite the word I was looking for, but he needs to make sure Gregy doesn't lose his immortal to the zealot, and he will barely get away. Oh my gosh. One more attack and that immortal would have been dead. 3 stalkers coming out to just completely curb stomp that one. And 3 sentries out for the force fields. And I'm not sure if Gregy will be able to recover from this because he has been doing absolutely no macro at all. So far behind. No nexus on his natural. Absolutely nothing he can do. And here comes the force field to split up that force. And there's a zealot kind of stuck in the back doing absolutely nothing. Down goes a whole bunch of Gregy's force. And it doesn't look like this attack is going to peter out. And there goes all of his force. And Gregy leaves the game. I'm not quite sure how Flashtirade was able to manage that defense. It was so good. Perfect timing with those 7 zealots, and Gregy not having any zealots whatsoever on his apparent all-in. Very, very big mistake by him. And Flashtirade with his very, very, very good macro. And it's just a great game by Flashtirade. He came out and he did a great job defending, and it won him the game. And that'll be it for me. I'm Osborne. I don't know if I actually introduced myself in the beginning, but that's me. I'm Osborne. I will see you guys next time.